and gentlemen, members of the press, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Sa magnanakaw na tao.
Thank you. Just sit down. For the longest time, not really compelled but constrained to do the talking now, because as president, I have to really be a part of the solution and not a problem. I just had a cabinet session and I told them of my explanation to the public about the whole thing. I decided late last night, and my orders are: one, that I am demanding the resignation of Faildon immediately. Second, that I am calling for an investigation to be handled by the Ombudsman. Anyway, the records are there, very clear. The law is plastered all around, and it's just a matter of an interpretation, which to me really is quite equivocal. Can be the subject of so many misleading construction of the sections that are at odds apparently dito sa Section 1 of the law, itong sa good conduct na batas, and Section 1 and Section 3. Apparently, this was a law in 2014, and they decided to make it operative, I would say, maybe in 2015. Thinking ko lang, because you have to publish the laws and everything. From my experience as a president, these are the lag time that it would take for a law to be implemented. So one is that Faildon has to go, because Faildon disobeyed my order. But the night before, on 21st, I think, of August, tinawagan ako ni Senator Bongo. Sabi niya, there's an offing problem. What is it? That apparently, it was found out because high profile kasi ang mga na-release, Sanchez and of course yung sa Chong. I'd like to address myself also to yung naiwan, those relatives who are grieving until now. Ma'am, Mrs. Chong, because she said, ano ba itong batas mo? Hindi ko po batas yan. And it was implemented not during my time. It was started. And it went on without really a clear-cut policy or direction, even on the law itself, kung sino ang magperma or who will grant with finality yung those who are enjoying their liberty now. Walang sino nagsabi magpunta doon sa Secretary of Justice, neither Office of the President. We didn't even know that there were already releases under the law, because everybody was presuming to be the correct interpretation. And it started apparently way back in at least 2015, I would say. 16, tapos ako na yung presidente. So nandyan yung batas. With Faildon out, I am ordering all who has had the opportunity to be in that committee, all of them are in the Bucor, to report to me and to the Secretary of Justice. In the meantime, I will not suspend them, but they will be investigated. Diretso na ito sa Ombudsman. There's already a prima facie case. There's an admission that they will remiss in their duties. But for that's, as a former prosecutor, tama na yun. That would establish the prima facie. Then I would address myself, yung lahat na kulong at na-release sa batas na ito, 1,700 of you, you surrender and have yourself registered with the Bucor. I will give you 15 days liberty, provided you make yourself available anytime that you will be called for investigation to have a recomputation, or if there's an investigation of corruption, that you cooperate fully. If you do not, then beginning at this hour, you are a fugitive from justice. And that you'll be treated as a criminal who is evading the law. And, well, you know, things can go wrong. If I were you, mag-surrender na kayo to the nearest police or military detachment, wherever you are now, because I do not need to have a warrant. I will just order them, and I take full responsibility for this. And all consequences connected with this decision will be mine and mine alone. I am ready to be investigated, and I'm ready for an impeachment, and I'm ready to resign if warranted. But that is my decision, and that is mine and mine alone. So anybody acting upon my orders will be treated as exercising good faith. Now, there is a law as related to us in the cabinet meeting by Secretary Guevara, that when you are released based on a wrongful interpretation or a faulty construction of the law, you can be arrested anytime because you have to serve your sentence fully, as the order is null and void. There is an hiatus there kung sino talaga ang magpirma. So I'm taking over all the investigations and delegate it to the Secretary of Justice. Lahat ng anong committee, whether it's board, pardon, or anything, it will pass to a committee. I know that it is an added burden to the already overworked prosecutors and employees. But I would like to ask your permission to join me here because we're facing a problem. Nandiyan niya, ako yung presidente. So, there's a fire burning. Kung sino, hindi ako magtanong kung sino ang nagsunog. Bombero ako, pupunta ko pa, I have to put out the fire. In this case, not really to put out the case, but to have it investigated thoroughly. And the best way to do it is really for the ombudsman to take over. As I said, no need for affidavits because the records will show, would show na there has been a wrong committed and maybe corruption. Given the propensity of yung 1,700, including yung nagpatay sa Chong sisters, pati yung sa Sanchez. Yun ang mga high profile na galit ang tao. Galit ako, pero gusto ko silang patayin. Kaya lang, wala namang opportunity. But given, I will execute them, no problem. As a matter of fact, I can take their place inside the Muntinlupa. Kaya kayo mag-surrender kayo, putang ina, bantay kayo. Nag-compute ako, sabi ko kay Dominguez kung may pera siya. Sabi ko, I would need about 1,700,000,000. Sabi ko na maghanap ka ng pera. Pag hindi, 1 million per head kayo. Dead or alive. Ako, preferably, may predilection. Ba't pa ako tagagastos para pakainin kita? Bigyan mo ako ng problema, makalayas kayo ulit, problema na naman. Tapusin na natin ngayon. So, hindi ako maghugas ng kamay. But yung mga relatives, wala ho ako dito. Wala nga Secretary of Justice na siya yung nagsusupervise ng Bucor. All the penal institutions, mga bureaus, NBI, kanya yan, under the Department of Justice. So ito, re-arrest for all, and the military and the police to, in maybe 3 days, I will decide if I put up the, sabi ni Dominguez, magnakaw pa raw siya ng pera. Wala siya, mahirap naman 1 billion hanapin niyo. I'll place 1 billion per head. 1 million rather per head. Dead or alive. Kung mamatay ka, medyo makamura tayo kasi hindi tayo papakainin. Magdagdag pa ng rice crisis yan balang araw. Any question? One at a time.
Chona, tapos
Yung,
Rose.
who's the...
Chona.
Hi, sir.
Of
Good
inquiry.
evening. Sir, who will replace file doon po?
I said, I'm not his, I know him. Pero yan lang sana na sinabi ko, ang order ko kay Bong, sabihin mo sa kanila, kay Secretary of Justice, pati, no releases until ano yung ginamit ko, until further orders by higher authority. Why? Meron akong planong maghugas ng kamay. Alam mo na, maglaro itong, no. Because, ang una niyan, baski idiretso mo sa akin, pupunta talaga yan sa Secretary of Justice. Idiretso mo man yan, I have to refer it to the Secretary of Justice. Then he will make his findings and refer the matter to the Executive Secretary. And the Executive Secretary, will make the final recommendation to me. Yung ginawa ni Panelo, it is not his fault that he was lawyering yan eh. Hanap buhay namin yung mga, you cannot question that. And if he happens to be there, because I appointed him, nagdumating sa kanya, in-refer niya sa the proper entity. Yun nga yung board. Panelo did not commit any infraction or he happened to be a lawyer at the time. Nobody can question kaming mga abogado, kagaya ninyo, when it is part of your duty or function, sa amin, lawyering is a part of our livelihood. Kaya kami pinaaral para pagdating ng panahon, kapag trabaho kami, at may magpamilya kami, mapapakain namin. Tama yung ginawa ni Panelo. Just a referral. Ang masama noon kung hinandle niya, but I know the guy. Nobody dito sa Canlaw dare talk to me about any problem. Baski ngayon magtanong ka, I have not talked to any, sa cellphone, babae, marami, kausap, yung mga fans ko. Pero kung sabihin mo about state matters, I don't know. Sa kayo mga study, sabihin ko, Bong, sabihin mo, magpunta na bukas sa akin. O magkita kami sa Davao, and I will give the orders. I summon cabinet members. I do not talk to them. You can ask anybody, even yung mga, about the NPAs, yung mga MI noon, wala. Do not talk to me about my duty as president. Magtanong kayo. And for this, sabi ko, I'm ready to be impeached. I'm ready to resign if warranted. And Kung may mamatay dyan, ayaw mag-surrender, maybe I should also go to prison. And I will have my computation done properly at the time of my release.
So, sir, what is the liability of file doon po?
Alam mo, kung sinunod lang niya ako, wala nang problema. Sabi niya na tumawag si Bong upon orders of the President. Kasi bakit si Bong? Bakit si Senator Bongo? Kasi siya ang nakakilala sa lahat. Alam ko siya yung tao na mautusan ko yung gabi na yon. Alang-alang gisingin ko si, I do not do that. I said, I do not. I just say, bukas na or tawagan mo ngayon. Sabihin mo, no releases. No release or releases until further notice by higher up. O baka sabihin ninyo, naghuhugas ako ng kamay, kung mamili ako kung sino ko ipahid dyan. No. Again, procedure yan. Kanino man mag-report ka sa akin, kagaya nangyari yun sa barko. Nag-complain yung Koreano kasi sabi ko, lahat kayo about corruption, pumunta kayo dito. He was complaining that the ship was ready to be delivered and no delivery was requested or ordered. And said, when do we get paid? Sabi ko kay Bong, and si Delvin naman, properly, nagsulat siya yung nakuha ni Trillanes, referring it to legal, which is the correct way. Pag magsulat ka sa akin, do not, gawain mo akong warden? Ibabalik ko yan doon sa kanya, ibabalik niya doon sa, then he will have to investigate where the culpability, all culpabilities lie.
Rose.
Ma'am,
Hi, sir.
kumusta ka, ma'am?
Good evening po.
Wala ka naman siguro problema sa... Hindi ka ba nahuli noon? Hindi ba
Hi, sir.
meron I think you were the one who got into trouble at voting twice? Were you not the one? Meron dito media na noon. Dalawang beses bumoto, ma'am.
Hi, sir. Sir, kasi si Senator Bato de la Rosa po ay naging Bucor Chief din. Kasama rin po ba siya sa iimbestigahan? Dahil sa panahon po niya as Bucor Chief,
I am sure he would be ready to submit himself. Lahat naman sabi ko. Sabi ko may may hayatos dyan. Look at the law. For the fact that there was yung kay Sanchez, dalawang kaso yun. Ang sabi, were previously convicted of 2 crimes or a recidivist. Recidivist is one who goes in and out of jail. Walang sinabi about itong crimes na heinous. But the problem is, sila mismo ang dyan sa jail, sila ang nagbabantay, sila rin ang mag-release. Pero wala ring batas na kasabi na it has to be Guevara who should do it. Neither is there a law which says that it goes direct to the president's office. Everything is always referred to. Yung kay Panelo, saan niya ipadala yung sulat? Doon sa DNR. If you were Panelo, what would you do? Tapos sabi, natural yan maghingi kasi abogado siya noon. Not really to work for the release or for the dismissal of the case, but where to proceed. Kaya niya tinapon niya doon sa which is the only way, I would say. Not the correct, but the only correct way to do it is to refer it to the proper authority.
Ay, sir, last na lang po sa akin. Sir, i-order niyo po yung...
Sige ka lang tanong hanggang ngayon.
Sir, iuutos niyo po yung pagbabago ng implementing rules and regulation po nung good conduct time allowance law.
Well, the prudent way is just to ask the Secretary of Justice to take care of that. Sa kanya yan eh. So, he implements, I suppose that it would be good that siya ang magawa. And the coordination with DILG. Nandito sila ngayon because I would be using the might of government. I requested the National Security Advisor to be here, the Secretary of DILG and Secretary Rizal of DND, because I'm ordering, hindi madali maghanap ng 1,700. So I said the enormity of the number is just too scary to be handled by the police. Alam mo, hindi yan sila pwede, alam mo mga police ko, sinabi ko talaga, go easy about traveling because there are NPAs all around, especially in provinces or cities that are still under their influence. So marami na akong pulis, pati sundalo, namatay dyan, nagmumotor. Ngayon, kung maghanap nila yan, sabihin nila, oh, may balita kami, they are quartered or they are hiding in a certain place. Pupunta yan doon, and the NPAs would take advantage of it. Now, if the NPAs would help us, I would be grateful. I might consider just talking to them immediately. Pag tinulungan nila ang gobyerno, dead or alive yan. Wala akong sinabing aresto dyan. Letseng yan. Civilization never improve. Ito yung at all cost, he must be captured alive while you shoot dead. Ito yung droga. Sinabi ko nga, me remind, yung briefer, yesterday or last night, I was reading it, may police na naman akong napatay. By bus rin, sir. Ganon. So, usually, ang order ko, ilagay dyan sa yung TV ng gobyerno, yung lahat ng arrests and lahat incidents involving drugs. Makita ninyo lahat. May mga araw, may 2 patay. Pero pagdating sa human rights, gawin nila yan times 5, times 10. Makita niyo 30 cases, puro arrest, tapos may N, which means neutralization. That's the connotation of the N there sa open and close parentheses.
Ina Andolong and Ms. De Quiros after.
Uy,
Good evening, Mr.
kailan ba talaga?
Oh my God. Sir, tsaka na po yan.
Dito ba?
Sir, you said that Nick Faeldon disobeyed your orders. We
Yes.
just want to clarify yung timeline because although he did sign, he admitted that he signed the release order for Antonio Sanchez. He's saying hindi po niya pinayagan pa rin makumpleto yung proseso. He still
No.
stopped it after you called.
He should have echoed my orders to him. No releases. Sabi ng office, wag na ako, Office of the President, until further notice by higher authority. Higher authority could only mean Mijaldia, Guevara, at ako.
Sir, are you saying that he signed the release order even after you told him not to release?
Wala akong pakialam. Pagka sinabi na may release, sabi ko, hindi yan tama. It was in the dead of the night. I could wake him up, tell him, no releases. Wala akong pakialam kung na-sign o hindi. Basta ako sinabi ko, no releases.
Pero
Pag
sir,
hindi mo isunod yan, upakan kita.
Sir, I'm sorry, but Antonio Sanchez was not released.
I said no releases, but what he said was a computation. May apoy na nga eh.
Okay.
I was trying to provide the fire extinguisher para wala na maduda yung tao. No releases. Eh kung sinabi niya yan, di wala na sana. Ang ginawa niya, he tried to justify ang computation nila. Which may be correct, by the way. Hindi naman mabobo to eh. But the problem is there was a fire burning. Pag sinabi ng Presidente, hintay ka until public orders. Ang ibig sabihin noon, mag-imbestiga ako in a jiffy. An investigation, sure, we just ask persons about what really happened. Then I can make the decision. But I had to as yet, I had to talk to siya pati si Secretary Guevara.
Okay.
Ang problema niya, kinabukasan, he came up with this statement with his own computation. Kung sinabi lang niya yung sinabi ko, di tapos na.
Okay, now that's clear, sir. You're saying that you are ordering his resignation. Just to be direct, sir, are you firing Mr.
Kung namatay
Faeldon?
lahat yung, palagay mo pinatay yung 1,700, di, ilibing natin. So, kung if they will also cry for blood, like what's happening now, I'm ready to be impeached, I'm ready to be investigated, I'm ready to resign. He said, if it warrants, if it boils down to responsibility, I said, I will take this problem. The idiom is take the bull by its horns.
Sir, my question is, are you firing Nick Faeldon as PR
Yes,
chief?
now.
Yes. Okay.
Now, kasi sabi niya, he was placing his destiny sa kamay ko.
Okay.
Now is the time because they said he violated my instructions.
Okay.
Hindi na kailangan niyang pirma-pirma. Pag sinabi ng Presidente, ako lang kasi, ayaw kong magpa-importante. Hindi ko ako nakikialam dyan sa mga priso na yan. But the problem, mayroon na, may apoy na dyan. Sabi ko na and by the way, I will never give an illegal order. So yan kayong mga tagtago dyan, kung hindi kayo mag-surrender kayo, sabi mo na you are already good because you were validly or legally. Well, I'm telling you now, it was not legal. According to the Secretary, he pointed to 2 cases. The Supreme Court said the law on the matter, which is part of the law of the land, the decisions of the Supreme Court says that you can be rearrested without need of any warrant or further proceedings.
Okay. Sir, I just have to ask this. Ililipat niyo pa po ba siya sa iba pang agency like what happened before? Si Faeldon?
Tanungin mo siya kung saan niya gustong pumunta.
Serious, sir.
Tanungin mo muna kung saan siya gusto. Kasi kung sabi niya, gusto niya palitan si
Do you still...
Secretary Esperon, sabi mo, usap tayo.
I'm serious, sir.
Kung
Are you still open to appointing him to another position?
Yeah, because that's the question is also a joke. Given the history of Faeldon, kung ikaw ang secretary, kung ina, ano ba itong gawin natin dito? What would be your answer to me? Sige daw, tanungin kita. Just pretend you are my aide in the office of the President.
I asked that,
And
sir,
I would say that, there's a request by Faeldon. He wrote us a letter asking for another job because he was just fired. What would be your answer?
Sir, I asked that because you did reappoint him after you let him
Yes,
go as
kaya nga, correct. You are correct there. I did, but because yung sa customs, he was responsible for the collection of 38 billion. He was the one who gave me the tip na mayroong tatlong bodega dyan na puro peke ang stamps. So, sabi ko, go ahead and call the police and to assist you. Raid the place. Na-raid nila. We recovered from yung sa cigarette, 38 billion, tax yun. It can be, pwede mo ma-ariglo yan yung ganon. O di sige, bayad ka. So sabi ko, kung yung ninyo, Faeldon could have been richer 10 times over. O millionaire 10 times over. Pinuntahan lang na yung may-ari, tapos sabi niya, putang ina mo, litse ka, ilang budigay, magbigay ka.
Thank you, sir.
Salamat rin.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Yes, ma'am.
Yung na-mention niyo po na 1,700 convicts na na-release, kasama po dito yung mga drug convicts po na mga foreigners. Ano na pong status nila na nasa BI? Kasi po nung
No,
hearing po
the
sa
FBR
Senate,
already sent it. Kasi itong batas na ito, ma'am, would apply to convicted. So,
Yes.
kung nasa preso yan sila ngayon, I understand 4 of them, high-profile criminals, foreigners, aliens, are still with they're being detained still by the immigration, which was really the correct,
so,
in the hindsight. Yun ang tama. Pwede ka basta na lang mag-release ka. The Executive Secretary of Justice, just i-call away. Ano ba ito dito masabi mo? But apparently, everybody was nonchalant about it. Why? Because it was the practice. And why are we now here? Why? Because nobody really took notice of it. May batas. Ang batas na ito, equivocal. Basahin mo. Equivocal. Walang sinabi heinous crime. Recidivists or twice convicted. Pero yung exclusionary, yung exclusion sa Section 3, nandoon na sa Section 1. That should have put notice to everybody. Ang inuna na kaagad nung who are excluded. So yung statement sa Section 3, which is applied to all convicted prisoners, automatic na yun, common sense, hindi mo na kaya, nandiyo na, multiple murder, complex crime pa. It was kidnapping accompanied by rape. It's a very serious offense. Robbery with rape is a very serious offense. Illegal detention, then you kill him. Kidnapping with ransom. That is kidnapping a child. Kayong mga well, in my city, this is old woman, yung yaya, kinidnap niya. Good, we were able to catch her sa Pagadian na kasi alam ko taga roon sila. We were waiting for them pagbaba nila sa truck. Pero I think she was 70. Ako mismo ang unforgiving ako sa mga ganun. Lalo na yung kidnapping bata, babae. Wala akong, I have to admit it publicly. Anything can go wrong there. Pag maabutan kita, totoo yan. Pero wala pa naman, hindi pa nangyari. Ang problema, ang human rights, sinabi niya. Pero kung maabutan kita ganon, maybe lang yan. Pero ewan ko. Sabi ni Trillanes, nagpatingin naman ako ng doktor. Okay man daw. Mainit lang ang ulo mo, pati ang bunganga mo, wayward. Pero sabi, yung who suggested you to see me? Trillanes. Ayun, ang dapat. Siya papuntahin mo dito.
Sir, with this development, so ipupush niyo po ba yung reimposition ng death penalty?
Yes, I've been insisting on that. Or would you rather na patayin kita? Kung hindi kita makuha sa kung hindi, if you are not put in a place where you can no longer harm anybody. Isalvage kita. Punta ka na lang sa korte. At least electric chair doon. Or maybe death by hanging. Mas mura eh.
Thank you,
Yan ang
Mr.
prangka
President.
ko. Yung mga human rights, sa mga death penalty. Patayin lahat madre, pare. Ang gusto niyo. Patayin ko o sundin mo lang yung batas. Allow the law to take its course. Ganito yan eh. Sa Davao noon, yung mga durugista, ito ang ginagawa. Twice, ang anak nila pinikturan sa Ateneo di Davao. Ang mga bata, nandoon yon. Tapos, pinadala nila doon sa tatay na pulis. May isa naman, yung asawa, teacher, elementary teacher dyan sa City of Davao. Pinicturan nila, nagsasakay ng jeep. Ikaw ngayon ang pulis, anong gawin mo? Dito, ganun rin. So yun ang mga pulis, sir, wala man kaming pera. Yung iba, nakapunta ng Amerika, nandoon sila, kami wala kaming koneksyon. Papaano to? Pag ginawa mo yan, you are signing your own death warrant. Sabi ko, give society a relief, a chance also na to sanction yan eh. Ako sa classic theory. You pay retribution. Dito sa positiveness, they can be rehabilitated, they should be released, they should be joined. Marami na ako nakita eh, especially mga rapists, yung nagmumulest ng ilang taon ma-release. Pag na-release lang, putay na kina. Wala pa isang linggo, may bata nang namatay. Sabihin mo sino? Yung dating Kaya mamili kayo. Yan ang istorya dyan. So kayong mga, wala talaga ako. Ako pa sa inyo mag-surrender kayo. Gusto ninyong mamatay. Dalawa lang.
Ace Romero, and last question, Henry Uri.
Mayor, balikan ko lang si Captain Faeldon. Have you completely lost your trust and confidence in Faeldon?
That is a matter between me and Faeldon.
Okay. Okay.
Sabihin, you ask Faeldon after we talk.
Okay.
He will talk to me. As a matter of fact, he wanted to talk to me. According to Senator Goa, I said no. I do not talk. Wala akong history na makipag-usap kasi dati akong prosecutor. Noon pa lang, huwag kang magpunta sa opisina ko. If you visit me, the case will be filed. Magpadala ka sa akin ng mga regalo ko. Ngayon, yung hapon na yun, the case is filed. You answer the judge. Do not shit with me. Ngayon ninyo, you can go back in time and ask people. Pagka kinausap mo ako, as I said, di ba, presidente ako, kung may maglapit sa inyo, anak ko, o yung mga relatives ko, consider anuman ang hiningi, denied. Kaya kayong mga opisyal, putang ina, hindi ko nasabihin sa inyo ulit, deny. Natural man lang yan, magkapikiusap ko, yung legal, but still, it would not look nice. And always, suspect talaga yan na money talk. So, they go to your son, they go to your daughter. Kaya sabi ko na, when any of my relatives, whether it is really extra legal, exceedingly legal, consider it denied. Yan ang pakiusap ko sa lahat sa mga gobyerno. So, hindi ko na kailangan ulitin ng putang inan salitang to. Noon pa, bago pa akong presidente, deny. Sabihin ninyo, sabi ng tatay mo, sabi ng tiyuhin mo, huwag ka nang bumalik dito. Di ba sinabi ko na yan? Di ako nag-uusap. Unfiled doon, itong si Sal. Sabihin ko sa inyo, kung ginawa niya na makiusap sa akin, you know, he knows he will be fired. Or I will just tell him, Adre, if you want to do it, just umalis ka. Ganun ako. You can ask anybody. Nandito man lahat cabinet members. Hindi lang nga ninyo magustuhan ang diskarte ko. Medyo, pero that is how it is. Hindi ako nakikiusap.
Thank you, Mayor.
That is the rule, the constant rule to the end, until the end of my term.
Last question from Henry Uri.
Good evening, sir. In your mind now, Mr. President, do you think how corrupt Captain Paeldon is?
Well, I talked to the cabinet. It's not really in confidence, but I suspect that corruption was present there. Ibig sabihin yung iba, baka binili. So it's really important that we rearrest and reinvestigate. Or if you surrender, you'll be saving a lot of trouble for yourself. Because I said, if you surrender in good faith, I will not put you in prison. Because there is really that release order. So I would just presume that you are in good faith. But make yourself available for investigation because something is wrong here. And it has to be corrected. And since I am the president, I have to correct it. Nobody will do it for us. It cannot be a law. Matagal yan. And the Supreme Court, of course, it's the final arbiter. Pag sinabi ng Supreme Court nga huminto ka, hinto ako. Pero if there is no action, then people would like to think that the president should do something. Else, sabihin nila, kasali itong gago na ito, bakit walang ginagawa? Huh? Simple as that.
So you have...
Or you cover, kinukapote niya ang mga tao niya sa pagkakamali. Marami na akong mga abogado na naging cabinet member. Sabi nila, bakit maraming general sa ano? Lahat naman ng abogado, wala tumatino naman itong general ko.
Sir, clarification.
Ang maraming puro abogado, halos. Yan ang totoo.
Apo.
So just saying that I am partial to the no, I'm not. Masabi ng papalakas ako sa military. Oh, why would I do it? I was elected by the people, not by the military or the police. But ang ano nila, because they are structural and they are trained really to obey. And I assure them that I will never, never give you to do something which is illegal. Maasahan mo yan. Kaya yung mga pulis, pati yung mga military, kikinig sa akin, just do your duty. Arrest them in accordance with the law. Ngayon, kung diskumpiyado ka, tanungin mo yung inaaresto mo, ano ba ang accordance with the law dito? Sabi kasi ni Presidente, to arrest you dead, alive, or... Yan man ang pinakamaganda. It is not prohibited by law to say that. Neither is there a law which says that I will kill you if you destroy my country. That ikita mo ang Shabon, lumutang dito sa west side, lumulutang dito sa araw-araw na yan. And you read the briefer which is published in the TV. Nakita naman ninyo puro buhay. But sometimes there are days, apat yung makita ninyo and which is patay. But there's always the explanation. Lumaban yan. Kahapon, namatayan ako ng pulis. At ex-toto tanggal, sabi nila, marami na, hundreds of police have already died. Marawi was a classic case of a rebellion that was ignited by the service of a warrant of arrest for a Maoti member who was being accused of drug case. And pumotok, lumaban. Then it became a full-scale rebellion. But what started actually, what precipitated or ignited the incident? It started with a process of serving a warrant in connection with a drug case. Ilan ang namatay kung sundalo doon? Pati pulis, and the civilians, and the misery that the people of Marawi are now suffering.
Sir, ipinag-uutos niyo po ba na sa ilalim sila sa hold departure order?
Automatic yan. Putang ina, pag pinalaya mo yung, pinasakay mo ng eroplano, ikarga kita sa helicopter, ihulog kita dyan sa, I will handcuff you, then I will throw you up. Marunong ka maglangoy na nakatali yung kamay mo, baka magdating ka pa ng Dewey Boulevard. Bakit mo paalisin yung hanap ka lang ng sakit ng ulo?
Opo. Clarification po, last on my part. May order po ba kayo na shoot to kill?
Dead or alive. If you have to shoot the guy because he's offering a violent resistance, I am ordering the police, paki-stupido mo naman kung ikaw pang magpakamatay. Do not be a hero. Just follow the law. Only if your life is in danger are you allowed, or you will be justified in taking the life of another person. But when your life hangs in the balance, wala na magsabi yan, nakaupo, nakatali ng kamay, bakit mo patayin? Hindi, kulong mo na lang. Total, ipardon mo yan mga yawa yan. Kita mo ngayon. Maghintay ka lang kung sino magkamali dyan. Tangin lang yan. Nationwide ba to?
Yes, sir.
Hanggang probinsya?
Yes, sir.
Yung mga may-ari ng punerarya, magtulong kayo. Negosyo ninyo yan eh. Di ba? Maraming patay. Sino man magbayad ng mga ulol na yan? Ako man. Yung mayor. Kaya ako, sinasabi ko lang, I do not talk needlessly. Kung anong gusto kong sabihin, gawin, ako sabi ko, I'm ready to be impeached. Investigator. I will resign if warranted. Kasi itong utos na ito, dead or alive. Ngayon, after 3 days, kung sabi ni Dominguez, nakanakaw na siya ng 1,700,000,000. Yung maghanap ka kay 1 million per head. May-ari ka ng punerarya, o army ka, o 1 million yan. O kapgo ka, lalo na pulis. Pag 1 million, sigurado. Kung sabi lang warrant, lasing-lasingan ka lang yan. Kung hindi mo yung bulyawan.
Thank you, sir.
Ano pa? I said, last.
Pia.
Ma'am, ikaw na ma'am. Kanina pa ako naghintay sa iyo.
Hi, sir. Sir, you mentioned that you are not faulting Palace spokesman Salvador Panelo for referring the...
For doing the right thing.
Okay.
I cannot sanction anybody here. Especially a lawyer. I know, alam ko, lawyering yan. And if you happen to be sitting as a natural, maghanap talaga ng tulong yan sa'yo. Paano ba to? But kung sabihin niya, siya mismo maglapit, magbulong-bulong dito, Walang gumagawa sa akin yan sa kabinet. Wala ang ipatol ang ano sa akin si ES. Yan yung maglapit na magsabi ito yung problema, ito yung solusyon. Sabi niya, patayin lang natin. Sabi ko, sige. Utos mong kaya yan. Biro lang yan.
So, sir, yung,
Ipatol kung may magbulong sa akin, may problema si ES lang.
so yung ginawa po ni Secretary Panelo, meeting with the family of Sanchez, referring their application for executive clemency to the Board of Pardons and Parole, you consider that as lawyering or doing that in performance of his duty
That
as...
is the consequence of lawyering. Handap buhay namin yan. Na mag-abogado kami noon, may kaso, then he happened to be the lawyer na ngayon naging secretary. Wala mang masama niya maghingi ng tulong sa iyo. Marami akong ganun. Kung gusto mo mag-ano ka, but do it in public. If you have something to say, sabi ko, you call the media. You state your case and I will answer you. Ganon ako.
So you don't see that, sir, as a conflict of interest considering that he's
No,
your spokesperson?
because he has no decision at all. Why is there a conflict of interest when he is not called upon to decide? Eh, kung sabi naghingi lang tulong, kasi abogado siya noon, ano bang masama niyan? Ngayon kung sabihin mo, sige, lakarin natin ito, meron kayong pera, marami pang naiwan sa waiting ninyo. But Panelo is not that kind of guy. Kaya sabi ko, I can vouch for his character. I will have to stand by him because it is really the truth and he did what was or what is right. Pag dumating sa iyo, doon mo yun. Kung pagka-DNR, doon yan. Pagka it comes about injustice, ganon, extrajudicial killing, you go to the human rights or to Secretary Guevara.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, members of the press.
As you have said, as President, it is my duty to solve the problem, rectify the error, and maybe ask Congress to come up with a law clarifying everything. Isang word lang yan. 1 or 2 words. I think a lot of them have already submitted their amendatory bill. Ano po? Para mo klaro, kasi there are a lot of ganito, basta sa gobyerno ka, a lot of suspicion na pera-pera. Alam mo, sa totoo lang, well, kagaya nitong si Chong, sabi niya, ano ba yung klaseng batas mo? Almost berating me in public. Ma'am, hindi ko batas yan. Mayor pa ako ng Davao noon. At ang karamihan doon sa amin, patay na. Hindi na umabot dyan sa munting lupa. Sa totoo lang. Any question? I will stand. Kung anong sabihin ko dito, I said, any consequence, whether it's really good or bad for anybody or for all, I have this duty to do. Find out the truth, sino man, but at this time, there's that order to the PNP and to the military. Right now, they start to work on it. I made the announcement. Kaya sabi ko, is this talk of ours viewed by the entire Republic of the Philippines? If it's yes, then medyo sufficiente na yan. And it will be carried in the newspaper anyhow. Pero hindi tayo pwede dito maghintay ng amendatory law tapos the Supreme Court. Well, if the Supreme Court says stop it, I will stop. But at least, ginawa ko ang dapat kong gawin. Whether right or wrong, I am ready for the consequences. And with that, I would say, salamat po sa inyong participation. For the longest time, hindi tayo nag-usap. Is there anybody here who would have tried to talk about any other matter, even not connected with the mga chismis dyan, no connection at all with the lahat na mga skandalo, babae, kung ano.
Mr. President, yung problema lamang po ng mga magsasaka na dumadaing sila na masyado nang mababa ang presyo ng palay from 21 to 7 pesos na ngayon per kilo. Ayon po ito sa mga magsasaka ng Northern Luzon, especially Pangasinan and Nueva Ecija. At ang sinisisi po nila ay yung pagkapasa po ng rice tarification law. Ano po ang inyong reaction doon, Mr. President?
You know, in a democracy, officials are elected. And their duty is to do for the greatest good for the greatest number. You have seen people going wild, others hungry, because there is no rice. What the solution should be or will be for the Secretary of Agriculture to buy all. Magkano ba presyo nila? Magkano presyo nila? Bilihan natin. Lugi. Lugi talaga. Are we wasting money? No. We're wasting an industry. We are not wasting an industry. We are helping an industry. So, malugi tayo. Di malugi. Yan man natin. Kaya ako nagkukolekta ng buwis. Kaya ako happy ako pagka nakatsamba ka ng billion dyan na tax evader. But I can satisfy the demands of the people. Bilhin, sabihin ko, cabinet na nag-interrupt lang ako just to announce. Alam ko kasi naghahintay kayo. Mag-alis na yung mga magaganda, ang maiwan, magaganda pa rin, pero kukunti na lang. So, baba na ako kasi gwapo. Si Adria, ano pa?
Sir, ang utos niyo po sa NFA ngayon, bilihin na lahat ng mga palay ng mga local farmers.
Yes. But you cannot demand a price. You arrive at a compromise of how much you're willing to lose a little bit. Huwag naman dyan, paano, medyo tapatan lang. Basta hindi malugi na yung pagod nila, pati that they are compensated. But do not demand a price that is unreasonable. Because I am sure Secretary Dar would never go into that kind of arrangement. Pero kung tulong lang, I said, now, itong tarification, I said, it is a move that is intended to serve the greater interest, the majority of the people. So, ang solusyon yan, bilihin natin. Ngayon, lugi tayo. Bakit tayo nagkukolekta ng taxes? Para malugi. Para makatulong ka sa... Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Ano
Salamat
ba?
po.
This side. Wala na po, Mr. President.
Ako may gusto. Pwede ako na magtanong. Ina, ano ba talaga ito? Si Pia, maganda ang bagay sa iyo yung ganong kulay. It suits your picture. Si Ina naman, yung sabi niya noon, ano na, ano ba talaga ito? Reklamo ko yung ibig-sabihin na yan. Magtanong ako, siyempre ako yung ninong eh. My God. Ano ba? Gusto ko
Sir,
nang...
can I just ask a question about China?
Nawala na yung pagkaninong ko.
Sir,
Nilalaro mo ako eh.
Sir, can you tell us who the members of the steering committee will be on the Philippine side? This is with regards to the joint oil exploration deal which you settled.
Verily, it should be Secretary Esperon, Secretary Lorenzana, then maybe one or two, yung hindi ko natado sa ano, about 5. So parang Walang
Secretary
tabla.
Kusi, sir, is he?
Ah.
Secretary Kusi? Energy.
Pwede sa oil. Tignan ko. I have to listen to him.
Okay. Sir, yung 60-40 sharing deal, was that set in stone while you were in your trip to Beijing?
No, long
Final na
before.
po ba yung
Long
60-40?
before yan. It was
Okay.
already being published even. And there were a lot of questions connected with the sharing. China, nagmamagandang loob. You know, it's not easy to have a tiff controversy with your neighbor. Pag sabihin mo na mas superior yung iyo, superior yung iyo kasi may armas ka, ako wala. That's the plain truth there.
Okay.
You know, if we have the might is right yan eh. Kung hindi ako pwede makipaggera, maubos talaga ang Pilipino dyan. Pero ang totoo niyan, hindi akakasa kasi hindi natin kaya. I have to be frank with the Filipino. Hindi natin kaya. And it's not good to go to war.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anything else? Pia? Bakit ka nakatingin sa akin? Wala na? Dito. Oh, ma'am.
Hi, sir. I'm
Hi,
Chona.
ma'am.
Sir, can you tell us, during your bilateral meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping, how did you invoke the PCA ruling po?
Okay. Mabuti tinanong mo yan. Sabi ko, Mr. President, I am here. But one of the purposes, nandiyan sila lahat, cabinet members. One of the purposes, the most important is I am reiterating the arbitral award in our favor. So we have a miscommunication earlier, then we arrived at a consensus, then finally we agreed to talk. That is why I came here for the first time. Sabi ko, your statement was, I made my statement regarding the arbitration even during the first visit. Sabi ko, I am here to reiterate because your answer, your response was, we will do it peacefully. And I said, agreed, of course. Now I am asking you, how do we talk and solve the problem peacefully? Yan ang sinabi ko, nandiyan sila lahat. And the military was present. Puro military man si Secretary and all of them. Sabi niya, you know, our statement was, we will not budge. Ano? Ayaw namin pag-usapan kasi amin yan. We own the property. Why should we talk to you? Parang gano'n. Pero almost in whisper.
And what was your response, sir, when President Xi said that they will not budge?
Well, sabi ko, it will remain a problem. It will be, a thorn. It's like a short thumb that sticks out painfully every day. Wala, nag-ship siya. Ako naman, out of courtesy, sabi ko, well, I will not maybe insist on your answer now. I am not satisfied with your answer, but I will not ask for any other answer. I'll just remain where I am when I started, considering that you are under stress by the incidents dito sa Hong Kong. May problema sila eh. So mainit ang ulo niyan. So i-timing mo. The art of diplomacy, yung palaro-laro ka. Huwag ang tao na matayan ng anak o hiniwalayan ng girlfriend niya, ay mainit talaga ang ulo niya.
So, sir, since President Xi is not budging po and they do not acknowledge the ruling, what is your next move?
Covadis, Philippines. Covadis. If I go to war, you must all agree with me that we will go to war. Because, it will be the end of our civilization. They just tell me. If we go to war, we go to war. If we die, we all die. If we are defeated, which is really... Now, can America save us? Is America ready to go to war? Pag pinaputok ko yung isang barko dyan, the missiles would be like, it will rain on us. Is America ready to? Sabihin mo, if I go now to the Spratly Islands or whatever, paputukan ko ng, sabihin ko sa Navy, basagin mo yung isang barko nila or maritime, itong Coast Guard nila. Pag sumabog yan, pagtanong ako, pakitanong ng Amerikano, if that scenario would happen suddenly, are you ready also to send you like rain to China?
Sir,
Madali lang man. It's easy to say na you enforce maritime laws. Ako ang may-ari, magpunta ka dyan sa Manila Bay tapos sabihin mo sa akin na hindi ako makapagpangisda dyan.
sir,
Hindi, because they're claiming it as their own. And ang masama dyan, they are claiming it as their historical right. And they have the control over the property. Yan ang problema natin. Kung makatulong kayo by suggesting, is there any other suggestion? Or have you heard of any sane solution short of going to war? With China saying, we will not budge. That was the interpretation. May interpreter. Nakikinig kami lahat. So yung niyo sa China, mamili lang kayo. So stop this nonsense about going there. That's the all foolishness yung opposition. Ang the option is, kung atin, kunin natin. Kunin natin. But are we ready to go to war? I declare war, I'll go to Congress. I will ask their permission. I will go there. I will ask that they assemble jointly and allow me 5 minutes to talk about it. Nandyan na. Sinabi na sa atin. Kayong nandyan, ewan ko if there was any member of Congress present there. When Xi Jinping said, we will not budge. So what's the next? Patanong mo sa akin, so what's the next? Your question is as good as mine. Anong gawin natin? What is the next step? Seize the property? By what means? On bended knees? Ano? Yan ang mahirap na. Kaninong problema to? Hindi ko to problema. Sino nag-atras? Tanginang de Rosario na yan. May stand-off noon eh. O nag-abogar itong Amerika. Atras na lang. Tayo umatras, ang China hindi. May tanong ko kay President Xi Jinping, ba't hindi kayo umatras? Sabi niyo, estupido ka pala. Propiedad ko to, tapos patrasin mo ako, ano ka? Sinuswerte ka? Ganon rin ang sagot niya. Well, hindi niya sagutin ako ng ganon. But in his mind, ito na ito gago. Pinapaalis ako sa aking swimming pool. Doon ka sa Pacific Ocean, malawak yan. Huwag dito. If you want, you can claim the entire... Ako, I have plans also of my own. The Sulu Sea is ours. I will never budge also. Away na. Ngayon, pagka panahon din, magpapatrol-patrol din ako dyan. Well, hindi naman sure po, but just to show that that's mine. I would rather announce that wala akong compromise dyan. Magkagera na tayo ng magkagera. It's around several countries, but Sulu Sea is ours. Kaya na pinanganan Sulu eh. Hindi ako atras dyan. Yan yung away. Kasi dyan ako mag-blockade ng balang araw. Hindi, wala akong wala na akong, we will not budge also. Ano, di magka-upakada, di wala tayong magawa. Total, I will ask media to go with the expeditionary force. Isang barko kayo tapos, sabihin ko na lang sa Navy natin, butasan mo na lang yan. Yan ang problema nito mga yawa na ito. Sige, tanong, go to China to. Nandoon na nga ako ilang beses na eh. Baka sabihin pa na si Jing, putang ina mo, sampaling kita. Ilang beses na kita sinagot. Sinabi ko na sa iyong amin yan. Kasi kung ako tanungin mo, gano'n ang sagot niya kita. Magsabi ka yung solusi, putang ina. Padre, umuwi ka lang, baka masampal kita. Amin yan. Kaya ang pangalan niyan, solusi. Nagkakatitulo itong ears ko.
That's it. Thank you, Mr. President.
Ano pa? Oo, sige.
Hannah.
Walang magtindig, ha?
Sir, one last.
Ah.
Sir, yung tungkol po sa appeal ni President Xi Jinping na total banning po ng online gaming po, ano po yung magiging position niyo dun sa Pogo, sir?
We decide on to benefit the interest of my country. Maybe out of courtesy, I will listen to you. Pero I decide. I decide that we need it. Maraming mawalaan ng hanap buhay. Anyway, it's government control. Pag ito namang mga yawa kayo, bantay kayo ha, kayong mga concessionaires. Pag nagkamali kayo, hindi kayo mag-remit, isang non-remittance lang, you better close. Tapos mag-usap tayo. Huwag kausapin ninyo yung, huwag ninyong mag-ooperate kayo. Itong gawin ko sa inyo, pupuntahan kita sa bahay mo at doon tayo mag-usap. Totoo yan. Baski sinong gambling road, walang pakialam kung sino ka. Ang aking backup, hindi ako Lord, but backup ako ni Lord. My God, pupuntahan kita, tapos doon sa bahay mo. Hindi ako magdala ng security. Maybe yung driver lang, punta ako sa iyo. Puntahan kita, sabihin ko, di ba sinabi ko ng putang ina ninyo, huwag ninyong lukuhin ang gobyerno. Kaya ako kayo pinagbigyan kasi, ang inaalaala ko yung Pilipino at makakain. Wala kasi masyadong trabaho. Kung sana progress na tayo as a country, progress na maraming trabaho, then you do not have this stupid activity of allowing gambling. But at this time, wala talaga akong magawa. Maraming nagugutom. At umiikot naman ang... Huwag lang ninyong lukuhin ang gobyerno. Huwag ninyo akong lukuhin. Lukuhin ninyo ibang presidente, huwag ako. Pupuntahan talaga kita sa bahay. Mo. At sabi ko, pinagbigyan ko na kayo. Do not. I'm sure you will be sad pag dumating tayo sa panahon. Just last election, sinabi ko, pinuntahan ko talaga. Hindi ko sabihin kung sino. Pinuntahan ko, sabi ko, huwag ninyong takutin ang mga tao. Huwag ninyong i-terrorize. Wala. May nagkamali. Pinuntahan, on the eve of the election, sinabi ko, di ba sinabi ko sa'yo, pupuntahan kita. Dahil ko, isa pang patay, balikan kita dito, papatayin kita. Kayong mga gambling road, huwag ninyo akong bigyan ng problema na sikat kayo na gambling road mo. Kaya ko, puntahan ko kayo sa bahay, harap ng pamilya mo, kukumuting ko yung mukha mo. Tapos hintayin ninyo pag hindi na ako mayor. Sige. Diyan sa Mindula. Brad, pwede natin matawag yung mga kadugo ko. Marami man kaming baril pa na iwan, hindi man nakuha ng gobyerno lahat. Mag-rebuild pa kami ni Bradgo. Yung iba, huwag mong isurrender lahat para sa kalaban natin. I'm trying hard really to reach out. So, alam ko na hindi talaga si dream, kaya lang, it remains a dream. Pero, terrorism, wala. So, since all enemies of the state are now considered terrorists, in the next few days, I will have a new kung paano ko gawin. And you'll be informed. So that ends my audience with you. I have full faith in Panelo. Hindi ganyan yung tao. Nagkamali kayo. He has a thriving law practice. Lawyering, kumikita yan ang malaki. At hindi yan makiusap ng ganun. Lalo na si Sanchez, magsabi ka pa na isang farmer dyan na nakapatay dahil pinagbintangan siya na nagnakaw. When I was mayor of Davao, usually I go to the jail. Tapos pag-assemble, sinong nademanda sa iyo na nagnakaw ng propiedad ng amo ninyo? Magsabi, ikaw. So sabi niya, wala yung kupra niya gano'n. Si Bong, buhay yan. Bong, piyansahan mo. Sino pa? Ako, sir, kasi nahampas ko yung anak na kasi pinapaalis na kami. Wala man kaming mali. Bong, piyansahan mo. Tama ka ba? Kaya yung isang problema sa ito si Secretary Anyo. Yung mga lasto, neighborhood ano yan? Hindi yung wedding. Yung lasto lang. Uso yan sa Paskisan. Lahat ng barangay may lasto. Ang huhulihin, yung mga runner na pupunta sa opisina, hinuli ng pulis. Kasi binabawal ko man yung dalhin ng pulis doon sa opisina ko. Nakabook na siya, sir, na-report na sa regional. Wala na kaming magawa. Tapos, state sir, umiiyak, dala-dala yung anak. Mayroon dito, tapos may isa. Sabi ko, bakit ninyo hinuli yan? Sabi mo, sir, hulihin. Sabi ko, yung mga ano dyan, paano ito ngayon? Piyansa ako. Ganon ang buhay ng laro ng Pilipino. Hindi mo naman ihaan mo na may mga anak ganon, pakulong mo. But you know, the law is maybe cruel, hard, but it is the law. Salamat po. Sa tagal, hindi ko nakita kayo. Kayong lahat gumaganda sa panahon. Wala akong nakita sa inyo na tumatanda. Gumaganda. Lahat kayo. Either I was born early or I was too late in hindi ko lang masabi ang sentimento ko. Berna, huwag ka magsige talikod dyan. Anong talikod sa Tagalog? Yung magsige tingin ng ganun?
Lingon.
Nagatingin si Berna sa inyo. May pinapagkin. Siguro magpaparinig itong yawa na Duterte ito. It's not chauvinist. It's just appreciating beauty. Don't ever lose the essence of life.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, members of the press.